Welcome back to Shantae Risky's Revenge. We're taking a slight detour to the pumpkin fields, though it'll be a short detour. We'll be back on the main path soon. This path is a little bit tough, though. We've got lamyas, who are pretty active enemies. They'll jump from platforms, they'll jump across pits, or maybe they'll just turn around and deck you in the face. Who knows? They're hard to predict. And then past this screen, we have a warp pedestal. So, remember warp squids from the original Shantae? You had to collect 4 in a dungeon, then bring them to a warp squid mother, and that was your method to teleport between towns. So, in Risky's Revenge, especially the director's cut, they improved that. All you need to do is find the warp pedestals, talk to them, and activate them, and then you can just warp between them. Now, I specified Risky's Revenge Director's Cut because one of the few differences between the original version for DSi and I think iOS is also mostly based on the original, is actually the warp squid pedestals. Real quick, in here, in this chest we've got our first magic jam. That's the stuff we heard about earlier. That is the secondary currency that we have to find. That's not just a random drop. Anyway, though, yeah, in the original version of Risky's Revenge, the warp pedestals were actually warp twins. You could probably guess that means they only warped between themselves and one other statue. You basically had to find 2 different statues, and they were your only teleportation. If you wanted to, you could not go from Lilac Fields to... You could not take that warp squid to, like, I don't know, the next area we'll find. This would be connected to a different warp, and yeah, no, this is honestly a huge improvement. It's one of the reasons I would definitely suggest this version of the game, the director's cut, over the original. I will say, though, the DSi version did have a few perks. For one, the inventory was on the bottom screen. The bottom screen didn't do much in the original version, but just having an inventory on a bottom screen is so helpful. Like, there's a reason I really love the, DS, especially the 3DS Zelda games. The remakes were good because you always had access to your inventory without having to press another button. So yes, I don't have much money, but I can buy the Fireball magic, and it's actually replaced by Spitfire, which is a bit of a heftier price, since you also need a jar of jam for it as well. Also, in case I didn't show this last time, here's the key item description for the jam. So yeah, let's equip the fire. And that, I believe, is the right button. The right trigger, rather. That's the default for magic. Again, watch your meter. Otherwise, go wild, burn stuff to the ground. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I like having an inventory on the bottom screen. That's super helpful, especially because the items in this game are not consumables. They're just magic. You can just use them constantly. You buy permanent upgrades, it's great. And the permanent upgrades can do stuff like this. Now, not every enemy will burn, because these are scarecrows. Of course, they'd be flammable. Not everything is easily flammable, unfortunately, but yeah. It's basically just a distance attack that does have some elemental advantage in certain situations. So really, it's just a safer attack. Though it's super useful for scarecrows, but that's not saying much because they're scarecrows. They're actually pretty easy enemies. The lamyas are way more difficult. They're way more active. Relatable, but I do need you to be on the job. So yeah, were this the original Risky's Revenge, I don't believe this squid connects to the one I got in Pumpkin Fields. It connects with one we'll be finding soon enough. I mean, it's not useless. It's still better than the warp squid system in original Shantae, but Director's Cut is just a solid improvement in that respect. There aren't too many other changes to the Director's Cut version other than just, methods of letting it run on different hardware, like screen resolution changing, stuff like that. For the most part, yeah, nothing I'm really going to be able to talk about for a while, other than just the warp system being far, far better. Though I will say, in addition to me preferring the inventory on the bottom screen, I also just kind of prefer the UI of the original Risky's Revenge. There's something a little bit cheap about the director's cut version that I don't quite appreciate. It doesn't quite fit with the game's style, I don't think. Feels kind of generic. So, Tangle Forest. We haven't been seeing much use of the flip platforms. That's gonna change now. They're going to be very important. First off, we have this big pit here. Don't try to jump across that, you'll die. But you can get a fair few gems in this chest right here. Very good. But we can't get through this door, so that'll have to be a mystery for a while. So yes, the jump platforms. You need to pay attention to these, because it's very easy to miss the actual point of progress. So they're not going to murder you with that jump platform. So take that to this side. Just jump to the front layer and you'll be past the pit, and we'll be able to see Rottytops. No, I don't believe we do. We won that race. Don't lie to me. I hope it's not a brain? Oh, alright. And I mean, even if it weren't, it's a dog. I don't know what the dietary restrictions on zombies are, but maybe you shouldn't just be eating dogs. Then again, I guess I'm not a zombie, so who knows? Maybe they just really like dogs. I'd prefer not to question that. We've got business. Somebody was very proud of that joke. Somebody was proud of these dumb jokes. As they rightfully should be. Never heard of a magic seal? So do we not just have, like, dark gods sitting around in alternate dimensions or something? Cause come on, magic seals should be common. You gotta have a magic seal if you want to seal away a dark god. That is such useless information. And that I could have guessed. Okay, so here's some actually useful information. We've got the 3 barons. Oh, like Mimic, got it. Okay. You really shouldn't be on Spider Reddit, Rottytops. Webbit, sorry. It'll do that to you. Yeah, don't worry. I know there are dungeons in this game, so we'll just find the dungeon and beat up Squid Baron. Simple as that. Anyway, this horse is kind of giving me the creeps. This is like 2 or 3 steps away from a Trevor Henderson picture, so I'm getting out of here. So I will say, one thing I really appreciate about Tangle Forest is the background layering. So we've got this layer of fog in the background, and that really helps differentiate background and foreground. Like, as far as I can recall, this game isn't ever going to just, like, jump pad you into an enemy. That would suck and be rude. But at the very least, it is nice that there is a way to look at, you know, where you're going and realizing, okay, that's not an enemy I'm about to run into, that's in the background. Like, where's the next jump pad? I feel like I'm gonna just get thrust right into an area that kinda looks dangerous. Also, man, these demons are from the first game, and they're so much less annoying when there's no night mode. I did like the music for... Oh, it's completely a safe spot, okay. I did like the music for the nighttime occurrences in Shantae, but the game's a lot better when you don't just have random moments where the enemies just get to be way stronger. It doesn't really do much to actually add difficulty to the game other than just make everything an HP sponge, and I'm kind of glad they got rid of it. It was not a very fun function. Again, though, good song. I'm not gonna deny that. It's just not very good gameplay. Alright, so that is the saddest looking statue, and this is a very creepy entrance, alright. No, we don't have a tasty meal. I mean, we've got this dog, but I don't think you're interested. Unless you're a zombie, I don't think you want what I've got. So I guess we'll just keep looking through Tanglewood and hope somebody's got a tasty meal. Because, I mean, really, I don't have many other places to check. There are a lot of high walls barring progress, and I have not figured out what those golems want to let me by. Well, we've got a chimney over there. Got a lamia over here that I set on fire. Alright, alright, alright. That doesn't really help me solve anything. The lamia was just a temporary obstacle. Alright, and what do you know? We've got a chef. Backed up by who? Who's ordering? A Wobble Bell! What a cute name! So I think I was supposed to wander lost for a little while longer, because you do get text where this lady's like, I don't know where my dog is, but I already have the dog. I need to talk to her again. Is that your Wobble Bell? Weirdly enough, no, it actually isn't. You do get an achievement for doing this, but also, like, this is just really good refusal dialogue. There's a reason they draw attention to it with the achievements. It goes on, but it's good. Oh gee, well, no wonder Wobble Bell ran away. My dog's never gonna come back! Yeah? Well, you've got a very good grasp on yourself, I guess. Oh yeah, no, that would be awful. Oh yeah, I could see how you wouldn't want to cook after that, but ooh, yeah, no, oh geez, oh wow, I didn't realize you were so important, oh whoa. Okay, well, hopefully this is Wobble Bell, or we've got a different problem. I don't think Risky's really all that important in the grand scheme of things. We've gotta save this chef's dog, here you go. Gave the puppy. Alright, there they are, it's Wobble Bell. Do you have a tasty meal? Could I just cut in line? Alright. Why is this the song for your cooking? Can the gate tell if the meal is tasty? Because I get the feeling it might not be? I don't know, I don't have much confidence in that song. Alright, so she can become a world-famous chef without hardening her heart, and one day abandoning her craft. Oh, I guess the meal is tasty. Thank you for being called Tasty Meal. So anyway, if you're a real jerk, you can just, smack the dog. You do get money and achievement for it, but why would you do that? Why would you hit Wobble Bell? Alright, well, nobody does the dog die, jeez. We don't need Shantae to be labeled as some kind of terrible, awful dog tackler. Or hair tackler? Does it count as a tackle if you whip somebody with your hair? I mean, I guess you could say whipping the puppy, but oh geez, that's even worse. Like, that one isn't even funny, Shantae. You better not whip the puppy. Nobody's gonna like that one. Alright, so anyway, we've got tasty meal. That means we should have access to the next dungeon. Let's just skip over here real quick so I can save before we go, and you gotta save the game, because this is the end of the episode. Next time on Risky's Revenge, we'll actually take on the dungeon. We've found the dungeon, we can feed the dungeon, so next time we'll do just that. Hey dungeon, how's it going? Hey, you see this meal right here? Yeah. Alright, so before we go, here's the description for the tasty meal. Dang. Smells good. Can't beat that. It's impossible.